This is your instructional video for Thursday, April 16th. The first thing I'd like to show you is your learning goal for today. It is that you can write the first body paragraph of an Enduring Issues essay. And your assessment is going to be that you do, in fact, type up that first body paragraph of the essay using the setup that we have given you. Just a reminder as well, today is our WebEx meeting, so either you're doing this lesson after the WebEx meeting, and we've had it already, or you're opening this up beforehand. But hopefully it's beforehand, and if it is, you would just click here for the link, and here is the password for you. You could find the link also on Google Classroom. So your goal today, you have now already gone through each of the documents, you've summarized each of them, you found the enduring issue, and you highlighted them in each of the colors. Then you went down, you set up your introduction paragraph in your last lesson by picking the two documents and identifying the common enduring issue within those two documents. And you set up your introduction paragraph using this setup, and you wrote your intro paragraph right here. So today's goal is to, underneath that and indent, to write your first body paragraph. This is your body paragraph essay setup right here. So you're only writing your first body paragraph today. Please go through each of the different sentences that you have to write and read carefully and then write those sentences below. So you're going to first open up your sentence in which you make a claim that the enduring issue was significant and impactful during a particular historical time period. So you're going to say something like, power struggles were significant during, and you're going to tell me the time period. And of course, that time period is going to relate to one of the documents. Don't be too specific. Just give me the general time period. During feudal Japan in document 5. During the Crusades in document 4. During the rule of the Mongols. See how I'm being very general? I'm not being too specific. So when you open up your first sentence of your body paragraph, you don't want to be too specific. Just generally tell us the time period. Now, sentence 2 and 3, you're going to explain what the historical time period, event, or example you selected is all about. This should come off as very natural in your own words and display what you know about the historical time period. This should be done in a very general way in which you highlight the historical circumstances of the time. So if you're going to tell me during the Crusades, we want you to then tell us the Crusades was a time period when Europe was in the middle of feudalism and the Islamic caliphates were, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing for you, but in your own words, tell us what the Crusades were all about. Set it up. The reign of the Mongols. The reign of the Mongols was when, and you remembered the spread of the Mongols, right? Genghis Khan gathered together the tribes, the nomadic tribes of the Mongols, and set it up. Tell us what happened, how that all occurred, and then eventually there was a time period of peace called Pax Mongolica, which opened up the Silk Roads. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to tell us in your own words in sentences 2 and 3 what that time period was all about. That sets up the historical circumstances. Now, in sentences 4, 5, 6, and 7, you are going to use evidence from the document, either a direct quote if it's written, or a detailed description if it's an image, and you're going to explain that evidence. So we tell you right here what that looks like. So if you just told me that conflict was occurring during the Crusades, and you're using that image, you need to describe in detail what you're seeing in that image. Maybe you talk about one of the campaigns and the arrows that's showing a general attack that's being done from feudal Europe into the Holy Land area. And so you're going to describe that, or you're going to use a direct quote. So please make sure you do that. And after you use your direct quote, then explain that quote to us. What does that quote mean? How does it actually show that enduring issue during that time period? And then, of course, you're going to write your concluding sentence. This is where you're going to really earn the bulk of your grade. The more you can explain the quote and then analyze it and really break it down and tell us how this really shows an enduring issue is occurring during this time period, the better you can do that, the better your grade. This is going to really separate the 90s from the 100s, okay? The 100s are going to go into a thorough analysis of the conflict or the trade or the cultural diffusion, whatever the enduring issue is. A 90 is going to explain it really well and analyze a little bit. An 80 is just generally going to explain it. A 70, you might explain it a little bit, but not that much. So this is really where you earn your grade. Please, again, write your first body paragraph underneath the introduction paragraph in this area. Once again, you can contact myself or Mr. Graham at any time on email or on Google Classroom. We will be ready to respond to you. Again, the office hours are between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. for Mr. Graham and 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. for myself. And a reminder, today was or is the WebEx meeting, depending on when you're watching this video.